Hello, once again to Coach Speak by R. This is your host once again at your service, Neeraj Goel, talking about a lot of different ideas. And as you already know, we've been talking about a lot of innovations, a lot of people to be talking about how are we driving the new technologies, how are we talking about making some changes in the market. So if you look at the entire ecosystem these days, or maybe for last couple of years, everybody is talking about some innovative ideas in technology or otherwise to make sure that we are making the life easy for the people who are beneficiary and for the people who are serving the people around. So on the similar line, today I have some very innovative personality in front of us who is doing a lot of good work, lot of activities in HR space, specifically in the technology space. And they have created an platform which is making life easy of who are the beneficiary and the people who are giving the benefits too. So having said that, let's not delay in welcoming Charanjeet Singh from Align My Career. Thank you very much, Charan, for joining us today. How are you?
Yeah, thanks, Neeraj. Thanks for the introduction. I am good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Charan. So, Charan, let's not talk about the technology side and all of that. Let's talk about you as a person first to make sure people understand you and your partners or maybe the stakeholders of
Yes,
what you
yes.
are driving. So, Charanji, tell us about you, how you started, and where do you belong, and how do you got connected to the this technology platform, and what is your story?
So I belong to a very humble family, very modest family in Delhi. Okay, so I did my engineering in the year 2003. Then I joined the software industry. I started as a software engineer with Infosys. Then I worked in various companies like Tech Mahindra, Oracle, and some startups also. Okay,
Okay.
and throughout my career, like I have done a lot of hiring. Okay, and faced many challenges in hiring. Okay, and what I felt is there is a problem in the hiring industry which we need to solve. I
Mm-hmm.
spoke to many my connections and peers, and they were also facing the same issues. Then I
Okay.
thought of starting this line my career to solve this problem in the hiring industry. I'll come to that later. Okay, and I started this align my career around 2 years back. We formally have launched last year. So yeah, this is the story.
Oh, lovely. So you are a technology guy. Now you are into human resource.
Yes.
And that is kind of a very killer kind of amalgamation these days. So let's move on. So are you the only one who is managing the show, or you also have a couple of people around, stakeholders, partners with you who are managing different things?
So currently, like I am the managing the show, I am the founder, and I am doing all these things. Then I have a
Okay,
team which is doing various things like sales, marketing, then development. So all those things are taken care of by different teams.
absolutely, I agree. So how do you feel at this chair when you are one man show and you are the one and only the army man who are driving the entire ecosystem by yourself?
Yeah, it feels great. So I have done like for all my past years, I have done the coding. I'm still doing the coding. I'm making building the platform. Okay, but also sitting in the founder's chair and director's chair, talking to a lot of stakeholders, getting them on board. Okay, talking to customers. So like it's going good, doing good side right now.
So you are enjoying basically. So whatever you're doing, and that what matters. So if you enjoy
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're doing, that means you are not doing job or any business, but you are enjoying the passion and the dream you are chasing.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm enjoying very much whatever I'm doing. I'm working a lot hard, but yes, I'm enjoying. I love doing hard work.
Excellent, excellent. Now let's talk about the dream which we are talking about,
Mhm.
and what are we talking about when what is the concept, basic concept of align my career. So as I already know, so we
Mhm.
really want to know from your, the wisdom. So it will be very good for people who are listening to this podcast today. Very in a shorter span, in a very simple language. What is
Yes,
it and as a concept and align my career for technology people?
right. So, AlignMyCareer, if I say in simple terms, it's a AI-powered recruitment platform, okay,
Okay.
which gives the pre-screened candidates to the employers. So this is what is written for employers, okay, and for
Uh-huh.
candidates, like we have the best ID jobs which they can search and apply to. This is a very
Okay.
brief introduction to AlignMyCareer.
Okay. So you're saying that anybody who is on the platform as a candidate, they have a list of companies to apply to, and there are employers who are hiring, and these people are not directly just hiring from the random database, but they are pre-screened, specified candidate for the opportunities they are promoting.
Yes. So pre-screening is our USP. Okay. So what we
Okay.
feel is that only skill should matter. Okay. So what we feel is if a person is skilled enough, he should get a good IT job, right? So whenever a candidate they join our platform, okay, so they give certain assessments. So they are pre-assessed on those skills, and whenever the
Mhm.
employer comes, right, so they don't have to look at hundreds of resumes. Okay, they can just search on the basis of skill and a skill level. Okay, so when they provide a skill and skill level, they will get a very crisp list of candidates which will be the best match to the requirements, and they can just
Obviously.
directly talk to them.
Right.
Since candidates are already pre-assessed, so lot of time is saved on pre-screening.
Right. Right. So we are saving the time, we are saving effort, HR effort and follow-ups and screening of all 100 people, as you rightly said. So it gives
Yes,
them a very good screened, qualified database to speak to certain good candidates, which makes their life easy.
yes, yes. So
So,
we don't believe in quantity, we believe in quality. So we give them the quality candidates rather than giving the quantity of candidates.
so what is the, if I try and get into the statistics of it,
Mm.
so how much percentage of the timeline, I mean, the time are we saving for the companies? Maybe 50% or maybe more?
So in terms of cost, we save the cost by around 70%. And in terms of
Oh,
times, we save almost by 50% of time there.
and
So
that is
there's
an
no wait
excellent.
time. There's no wait
So,
time. They just have to come, they just have to search and get the candidates. They don't have to purchase any expensive resume databases. They just have to come, search, everything is free. They will just pay for the candidates, not for the resumes.
So as all the other platforms are selling the
Yes, yes,
resume databases and
yes, yes.
subscription to download resumes and to view resumes and all of that.
Right,
So
right,
this we have completely discarded, and we are only talking about good, qualified, screened, assessed database of the candidates, and
right.
they can
Even
write.
the job posting is free, right? What other
Oh,
platform offer is they charge for the job posting as well, right? So we
uh,
believe that if you have come for candidates, just pay for candidates. Don't pay for Zoom databases or jobs. Everything is free.
mhm. So is it only for technology companies, or are we in future incorporating other line of industries as well?
See, we started with technology people only, but now we have incorporated assessments for non-technical people as well. So now we have assessments for HR people, for finance people, for for sales people, for marketing people. So we are incorporated assessments for all these non-technical people as well.
Oh, lovely. So that means we are diversifying to multiple industries as already.
Yes, 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 yes.
So in technology, what kind of technology candidates currently people are looking for? What kind of the trend going on, if you can put some light on those?
Yeah. So like currently, as you know, right, AI is the in thing. So everybody
Yeah.
is looking for AI candidates. We get lot
Mhm.
of AI people in our on our platform. But the
Uh,
old technologies, right, the Java, the .NET, the React, the Angular, they are still here and they will stay.
mhm, mhm, mhm. So okay, so the most common ones are there, and you are
Yes, yes,
projecting that they will be here for quite some time, and that's one of
yes,
the
yes,
thing which we should be focusing
yes,
on.
yes, yes,
On
right.
an innovative idea specification, so how are you seeing that industry, how industry is behaving to this idea? What is your first impression of when people listen to this idea on the company side? How they just take it?
See, the companies are used to traditional methods, right? So
Uh-huh.
they mostly hire from the platforms or the consultants, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they are currently like more into resume screening kind of thing, but we are giving them a different idea, which is much better than the old traditional ways, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they are taking it very positively because now they are getting, as I told you, right, pre-screened candidates. So there are lots of time which was consumed in the first round, second round interviews or in the assessments, right? So all that is eliminated. So they will just have to get the candidate, and now they just have to get the third round interview, basically, or an HR round of interview. That's it. Right? So they are taking it very positively because ultimately everything from cost, time, frustration, energy, everything is saved.
How nice is that? So coming back to some, from the candidate point of view.
Mhm.
So how tough and easy are these assessment?
So we have a like full bouquet of assessments, right? From MCQ assessments, or the coding assessments, or the subjective assessments. Okay, and we also have recently introduced the AI-powered voice-based interviews. Okay, so all
Okay.
thing is there. Okay, so and also we have recently launched our mock interviews, which are again voice based. So even if the candidates, they are not directly applying for the jobs on our platform, okay, but they have an interview scheduled, okay, they can first try our mock interviews. Again, we have a full range of interviews, full range of technologies, right from programming, databases, frameworks, and also non-technical as well. Okay, so they can try these mock interviews. These are totally voice-based, and it's a kind of a simulation of the real-life interviews. Okay, and if they give these interviews, they will feel very confident in giving for the actual interviews. And we have seen that candidates who have given our mock interviews, they perform much better in the real interviews.
Oh, nice. So
And
they go through an experiential learning, and they know what kind of good questions are coming up maybe, and
right,
they are
right.
well prepared to work on the live interviews majorly.
Right, right. And everything is totally free of cost for candidates. They don't have to spend anything. And registration is free, assessments are free. They just have to come and utilize our platform for their skill building.
So for candidates, there is no charge.
No charge for candidates.
Okay, so only companies who are looking to hire candidates from an assisted databases, of course,
Right,
there should be some kind of a subscription model. So can you
right,
put
right.
some more light on it? What kind of subscription models you have?
So we have one is like the basic is the pay per use model. Okay, where they just come, they search for candidates and they select them, and then they pay only for those candidates who have they have selected. Okay, this is the initial pay per use model. Okay, once they get a good feel of our platform and they feel they are doing a lot of hiring, right? Then they can go for subscription models, which are like monthly and annual at much cheaper rates than a pay per use model.
Okay, okay.
But
So
overall cost saving will be much higher than as compared to other platforms and as well as compared to the other channels like consultant hiring or the platform hiring.
yes, so you told that almost 70% of cost is which
Yes,
they
yes,
are already saving.
yes.
And I think that's a brilliant idea if people can get the ready available assisted trained candidate, and he is confident enough to crack the interview. Even more than 70-80% of the ROI they can get as quickly as possible. And this is a very innovative ideas these days.
Like
So
current,
are we only talking about in India, or also we talking about something which is outside India as well?
currently we are like totally focused on India, but in near
Mhm.
future we are also expanding. We want to expand to multiple countries in Southeast Asia first. Okay, then the major markets like US and UK and Australia. Currently
Mhm.
we are totally focused on India.
And it's pan India. There is no
No, no,
specific.
no, no, no. I told you, right? We believe only that only skill should matter, right? There are no
Uh-huh.
biases based on the education levels or the tier one, tier two colleges or the location. So what believe is if you are skilled enough, you give assessments and companies will look for you, right? And they will hire you. You just have to
Mhm.
come. give assessments, show your skills, right? And once you are assessed, right, you can also, we give them certificate, and they can showcase the certificate on their social media platforms. Okay, then companies can directly
So
hire
we
you.
are giving kind of a credibility of certificate as well
Yes,
that
yes, yes.
you are skilled in. Okay,
You're certified.
that's something very impressive. Now this comes to, there is one question coming to my mind, since
Mhm.
they are sitting in front of laptop, they are giving an
Right.
assessment without nobody supervising them. So they may be, doing some kind of a smart player here. So so what kind of mechanism are we using to avoid such activities?
Right, right. So all these assessments, whatever Supamkan, right, or whether MCQ or the coding, so everything is remote proctored. Okay. So now whenever a candidate they give assessment, their webcam is automatically on, and they will have to accept that, and then we record that session. Okay. And then if we try to be an over smart, if we try to do a copy paste kind of operations, try to switch tabs, try to switch off the webcam, so everything gets recorded, and our customized and detailed report is generated, which is shown to the employers, right? These are the factors, these are the parameters on which he has done some smartness.
Hmm.
We will not call
Hmm.
that as cheating. They have done some smartness. Okay, so we will, so employers can see these reports, and then they can talk to them.
Oh, so employers have the ability to see what kind of smart play maybe they have done or may they not be done.
Right,
So
right,
based on that also, it is kind of an assessment for them to make sure that we are talking to a genuine candidate. He has not done
right,
any such activity and he is actually a good candidate who have performed well in assessment.
right,
That kind of transparency and confidence you are giving to employers. And I think that
right,
is what's required, because that is the first thing come to an HR mind, that if any assessment is happening, is it fair enough, is it been practically performed or no, and if somebody have, so maybe impersonation happening or something of that sort. So
right,
if we are able to control that, I think we are doing excellent job in that case.
right.
So
Even
what is
even
the
for
future? Go ahead.
So I'm saying even for the assessments, right, for the AI interviews, so we record their voice, okay, and then employers can see the text, the translated text, as well as they can hear the answers in the report itself, okay. So they will
uh,
get to know like what are his communication skills, okay. So everything
mhm.
is transparent to the employers. They will see the answer, they will see their scores, they will see the code written by the candidates. So everything is in front of them. If they like the candidate, yes, they can call them for the interviews.
Lovely, lovely. That remind me my old days when we used to get BPO voiceover interviews.
Right,
They
right,
used to make us sit into a some kind of soundproof room with a phone in hand, and they were an IVR asking a question, and we have to respond over a phone.
right,
So
right.
something of that sort in a more formatted and more the polished format, and I think that's the right way of doing it. So you are making two people's life easy, and you are actually giving the right candidate to the right job, and
Right,
this thing that has to be completely respected. Now
right.
what is moving on, what's going on in next couple of months or years? What is the plan? You must have seen where is this industry going as an HR, because I can see a lot of uneasiness kind of a thing in hiring and firing these days. So we get to know a lot of news is by 10,000 people have been asked to leave and 20,000 people asked to leave. And
Right,
so
right.
how are we positioning ourselves into this kind of volatile situations? So is it impacting your business, or is it good for your business? So how are we positioning it?
See, best thing for candidates or the professional is to keep updated, right? They have to
Hmm.
upskill themselves in whatever technology coming right now, right? Daily we see a new technology is coming up, right? Currently, AI is the hot thing, so they will have to upgrade them, right? So, and also the companies are moving now to more of a skill based hiring rather than traditional hiring, where they were just looking at the college names that they used to hire people based on the college. Now they hire based on the skills, right? And
Hmm.
they also look for candidates who have done some open source contributions. They
Yep.
just don't look at your work in the companies. They also look at what you have contributed to open source platforms, right? So candidates, they have to now move outside as well. They have to contribute to open sources. They have to upgrade themselves. They have to basically, they have to keep upskilling themselves. If they are like good enough, no company will hire and fire you, right?
Right. Right. So the advice you are giving to the lot of people is they should be upgrading, upskilling, participating in open sources, make
Right,
sure their footprints are being visible, that they are doing something extra than the job, and they are
right,
in the game. So anything which keeps them in the game has to be shown, and that
right,
gives a confidence to the employer, and they will surely keep such kind of talent. They really don't want to leave such talent.
right.
And,
Companies,
and
obviously,
on
they look for what you have done in the project, but they also look for what you have done outside your projects, right? What have you
uh,
contributed in the open source? What the code you committed in the GitHub as part of your own personal projects, not as part
right,
what you have done in the company.
right, right. That's impressive. So I'm sure there is a lot to talk, but there is a limitation on time. So very quickly, Karanjit. So I just
Hmm.
wanted to ask, what is that one or two tips to employer and candidates which you really want to give at this stage, and how they can leverage this platform, Align My Career,
Hmm.
and if they really want to go, what is the mechanism to reach out to you? Is it on website, or is it email, or any phone number, or anything which if they really want to get in touch with you personally to get certain information? So how would you suggest, and what are the tips and tricks you would like to
So for employers, there are not many features on our platform. Okay, right? So they might come to our website. It's alignmycareer.com. They have to get the feel like how we are changing the way hiring is done, right? They can directly search for candidates, and they can also post jobs, and they can attach these assessments or interviews as part of their job postings. Okay, so that only those candidates who qualify these assessments and interviews, only they can apply to these job postings, right? So this
Right,
will save them a lot of time and cost. Okay, for
right.
candidates, right? They again, the platform is same. They come to our platform, you register, upload your CVs, and give assessments, and search for
Mhm.
jobs, and just wait, right? The employers will call you and will come back to you based on your score. Keep upskilling.
Lovely, lovely. So at the end, of course, you are saying upskilling, upskilling, upskilling. Repeat it thrice, and I can see that what is the power does it have, and it contains when we're talking about upskilling and reskilling, of course. And then
Right,
you have to be going out and you have to keep upgrading you. That makes perfect sense to anybody who is in the job and looking to grow. And I think this kind of platform, which is one and only as on today, which I know, is Align My Career, and I feel that this have a very bright future if it's been positioned and been projected to certain people, and that
right.
that is something which we are trying to do. So I thank you so much from the heart of mine, and really it is an candid discussion which gives me a great insight of what is going to happen in the next industrial revolution, when we're talking about HR and technology as both coming together, and we are talking about qualifying the candidates based on the skill, not on the merit of what have they done in the past on the school and colleges. Of course that is required, but
Mhm.
nowadays it's more related to the skill,
Right.
and I'm sure that you are already doing it, and I congratulate you and thank you for coming up on this show and creating such kind of innovative ideas. And I'm sure anybody who is listening to this 20-25 minutes podcast, they may take good suggestions and ideas from you, and most of the companies who are visiting you will be getting benefit. So thank you, Charanjit, for coming in this and sharing a lot of information. And in the last, if you want to say something.
I just want to thank you, thanks the whole RDMR team for having me on this podcast. Thank you so much.
Lovely. Thank you, Charanjit. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This was Charanjit Singh, founder of Align My Career, only one platform in India who is talking about assessment based candidate who can be easily recorded and found on alignmycareer.com. Please visit. You can visit the social platforms. You can visit LinkedIn. You can directly call Charanjeet. Also, the number will be given in this podcast as well. And most of it, and I thank you once again for everybody who is listening to this and who will get the benefit out of it. Thank you so much, and take care of yourself. And we'll come back with one more powerhouse kind of an episode with a new personality next time. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.